here. They are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Trader. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Off play action. Trader. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One start. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trader. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw on 3rd down. Trader. Flushed out right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 7, Jones forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Schrader. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. An option handoff given to Harris. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Schrader. Bite, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Wilkins in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Browns drive about to get started. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that. Because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And good quarterbacks know that when things start to break down and they're forced to flee the pocket, they can often count on their running backs to try and bail them out. That happened on that play. Nice gain.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. The 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. On 1st and 10, Schrader. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Off play action. Schrader. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Dolphins' 17-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Schrader. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, Jones. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. On first down, Schrader. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Browns' 14-yard line.
On second down, Mccaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A little juke. McCaffrey with a first down and more, and he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw, Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Najee Harris. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. No problem there on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw is taken in by Waddle.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got...
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
And they run with Harris off the option.
It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Schrader. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On first down, it's Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schrader escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They run with Mccaffrey off the option. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. This will be caught. It's Waddle. 30. 10. 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make this a second down. Off play action. Trader. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play that time for Cleveland. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Najee Harris with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. The point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bennett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jones now on first down. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
I need to get my swag
Touchdown,
right
Dolphins. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On 1st and 10, Trader. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
He's going to air one out.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Browns on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Trader. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Flush to his right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bennett. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and pick it up with Mccaffrey. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make the big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Working with 2nd and 5 now. On the give, this is Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fights him off. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. A big offensive explosion.